If you're looking for a trusted and reliable source of news, information, op-eds, all that good stuff, check out my friends over at patriotpost.us. A link for them will be in the description box. So when you head over there and subscribe, tell them that ABL sent you. How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk more about this whole whistleblower kerfuffle. But the main thing we're going to focus on in this video is the mainstream media and social media colluding with each other to protect this man's name. Now, I did a video about this man in a previous video, which is not available right now. Now, I'm going to explain right now why it's not available, and then I'll talk a little bit more about the whole situation. First, I'm going to go back and explain what that video was. So I was on Facebook and I posted a meme featuring the person's name, and you might be able to find that on my Instagram page. But anyway, I posted a meme to Instagram and then it went to Facebook. It was getting a lot of engagement, a lot of comments and likes and whatnot, a lot of shares. I go to my notifications to check on it and see what it was doing. And when I clicked there, it said content not available right now. I'm like, that's weird. Is it glitching? What's really going on? I go to my actual Facebook page and it's not there. It's gone. And then I check notifications again, and there's something that says your post has been removed due to violating community standards. I'm like, community standards? There's nothing in the post that is threatening, harm or anything. There's nothing like that. I didn't use any kind of vulgar language. There's nothing in there. Okay. It was a picture of some people. He was in the picture. I circled him out and put his name. Okay. So that was it. For that, the post got removed. What standards did I violate? I'll get to that a little bit later. So I put a video on YouTube with that same picture that was on Facebook talking about Facebook removed my video because of this. It was on YouTube for a while, fully monetized, green button, no yellow button. If you're YouTuber, you know what I'm talking about. Everything was fine. It was doing really well. Again, a lot of engagement, likes, comments, shares, etc. All of a sudden, when I'm at the Black Voices for Trump event in Atlanta, Georgia, and that was a great time. Shout out to all you guys I met there. But when I was there, I get an email that says from YouTube support talking about your video has been put on private because we can't really tell if it violated community standards, but at the same time, there's not enough context in the video to make that determination. It's like, what context? One thing I always do in my videos is provide context. I'll give you sources, including screenshots of the source on the screen. I don't just pick little pieces of a thing here and there. I give you the whole thing and then give you my opinion. And then I give you more information in the description box. So yes, there was context. No, it did not threaten this man or cause any kind of harm to this man or anything like that. Okay. So the email is long, convoluted, talking about, you got to provide context, refer to the community guidelines. And they said you can make changes to the video and then re-upload it to the same URL that it was before. But I'm like, what changes am I to make? It didn't say anything about changes. It said refer to the community guidelines and provide context. For what? What is the thing I need to change in the video? And then, of course, I already knew without them saying it's because I put the guy's name in there. I knew that they were pretty much just doing what Facebook did, which is banning all usage of his name. And for context, YouTube, I'll place a link in the description box and I'll place a screenshot of the link on the screen before you where CNN cites a YouTube spokesperson that says that's what's happening. They're scrubbing all instances of this guy's name from their platform. Okay, now I guess the reasoning, at least from Facebook, YouTube did not give a reason. Facebook says, you're exposing them, this, that, and the third. Exposing them, the name was already out there. How am I exposing them? I'm not revealing any information. I'm not breaking news. I'm simply reporting on the news already out there and giving you my 2 cents. That's all that I am doing here. It's rare that I actually break news unless it involves me directly. Like if I'm involved with a protest or something and then somebody throws an object at my head and I got to duck out the way, I can report on that as breaking news because I'm the one that had it happen to them. Therefore, it's mostly going to be exclusive versus this information where it was already out there on several media outlets, but now it's being banned. Fox News can't say it. It's funny because the GOP has released a list of witnesses that they want to come and speak in front of Adam Schiff's impeachment hearing committee, whatever. On that list, you have Hunter Biden and then a quote unquote whistleblower who is quote unquote anonymous. They said that on Fox News. CNN the same way. Nobody can say this guy's name. Now, my question is, what's the big deal about saying his name? Okay, is it illegal? There was a reporter that tried to tell Rand Paul that outing this person, quote unquote outing, or repeating his name is illegal. But he schooled her in great, succinct, quick fashion and said, no, it's not. The inspector general cannot release this person's name, but there is no law on the books that says I can't do it. Speaking about Rand Paul talking. Therefore, there's no law that says that I, ABL, can't do it. There's no law against that. Okay. If you're talking about witnesses that are going to come before a public hearing, why can't I know their name? Are you going to put them in a shroud of darkness? What's really going on? You know, it's really a weird thing. The funniest part about the article from CNN that quotes the reasons why YouTube and Facebook, not Twitter, by the way, shout out to Twitter for not deleting any instances of the person's name. And like I said, if you search on Google, Twitter, Instagram, whatever, you'll be able to find it. But I digress. The funniest part is where Facebook says, well, if the mainstream media wants to report on it and it's widely reported, then we may reverse the decision. Of course, you're going to reverse the decision. I think YouTube would do the same thing. If it gets to the point where you're having CNN talk about the guy and using his name in his picture, then at that point, they can't say you're violating any kind of rules. But how is it okay when CNN does it, but not okay when I do it? What's really the big difference? Maybe because CNN would bear the brunt of any kind of legal action. And again, it's not illegal to reveal this guy's name. The lawyers are talking about it's harassment, but where's the actual law that says you can't reveal his name? I mean, you be having a hard time. Witnesses are out there all the time. Whistleblower protection does not mean you're going to be in witness protection. All that it means is that your job is protected. That's it. And it's funny how the left and the leftist social media apparatus, or those that are afraid of any kind of legal action against them, it's funny how they're protecting this guy so viciously. But at the same time, the whistleblower that outed the ABC, Amy Robach, Jeffrey Epstein video, he was discovered and fired instantly. So where's whistleblower protection from him? He's also a whistleblower, talking about how ABC had that story for 3 years and it could have saved lives. Okay. Now that's very important to understand, because what else are they hiding up under their table that could possibly save lives, that could possibly be used in legal action and get somebody in jail? Okay. What else are they hiding? So that was a good deed that that person did, and they got fired right away. Where was their protection at? I don't really know, but I digress. I think what's happening here with YouTube, Facebook, CNN, Fox News, and any other outlet, social media platform that does not want to reveal this guy's name, they're probably just worried about illegal repercussions, or maybe even they just want to help the Democrats. The excuse could be, oh, because it's legal, I don't want to get involved with getting sued, is that and the third. But I think the bigger thing here is that they want to help the Democrats going on into the 2020 election. I was hearing that the attacks against freedom of speech and information being distributed would be on the uptick in 2020. Shout out to my man, David Harris Jr. He had his Facebook page removed for the dumbest reason, talking about he's encouraging violence, inciting violence, and it's like, violence? His page got unpublished after he went to the Black Voices for Trump event where I was at, and he was live streaming. Okay. They were in there praying, talking about business. Where in that message you say anything about violence or any kind of crimes or something like that? I think what's happening here is that they just want to squash some of these voices. But the problem is they're going to have a hard time doing that legally. My video that I put out about the whistleblower was not actually removed. It just got put on private, which is basically the same thing. If they were to remove it, they can't cite anything that I actually did for them to remove it. That's a legal issue right there. They can't give me a strike, a community guideline strike, that I did nothing wrong. There's no point in me appealing it. You do have that option. There's no point in doing that because they're going to reject it regardless, because like I said, they're trying to protect themselves legally and also trying to protect, in my humble opinion, the Democrats going into 2020. If this guy's name is out there, he has to be called to the front of the table and grilled a bunch of questions, and it might not bode well for him. But I think I'll leave that right there for now. What say you? Do you think it was the appropriate action for YouTube to private, which basically delete my video about the whistleblower? If that's your viewpoint, let me know why in the comments below. How about Facebook's action to remove my post about the guy? And why is the post still on Instagram, which is also Facebook? It seems pretty arbitrary. Maybe it is, maybe it is, I can't really tell. Shout out to Twitter again for not removing posts with this guy's name on it, but you know, that could change. You know, I've seen things where people like Alex Jones get banned and everybody's on board with it, and then you have one company that's kind of late to the party, and then they do it eventually after a little bit of the PR is blown over, they go ahead and do it. So that could happen in this case. But what I think is going to happen as I close is that the guy's name will be revealed and everybody would know it regardless. And at that point, I'm going to appeal the video that I already put out and see if they put it back. If they don't put it back after this guy's on C-SPAN with his name in his face, and I'm like, okay, you're just trying to rig it. Even though I think that right now, it'll be definitely confirmed after an event like I mentioned would happen. But whatever your comments are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.